Hey, welcome back to an episode of the Red, White, and Blues podcast. It's that time of the year. Premier League season is right around the corner, and we're here to predict how Chelsea will do this year. I'm Daniel. That guy down there is Jason. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm good. I am ready to predict some things, know that I'm wrong all season, and
Yes.
then not look forward to having to go through how wrong we are because we will do an episode at the end of the
Yeah.
season to wrap up this.
We will. And we will then determine how terrible we are at predictions. If you want any insight into how terrible we are, just go back and look at last year. We're pretty bad at this. So if you're disclaimer, if you're a betting man, don't use us as your tools to bet with because we're terrible at this. So just throwing that out there. Disclaimer, you've been warned. Don't take these predictions to the bank because they're horrible.
We should try some bets though one time.
Okay. We yes, because mobile betting is now legal in our state. So
yeah,
there's that. There's that.
We'll do small. We'll go small.
I don't. Some parlay. Ooh, we can on our we can do that on our announcement when we do our announcement at the end of this episode about what's happening on Fridays from now on. When our new reveal is done, we can do that on that episode.
Oh, okay, great. I like that. I also don't know anything about how betting works, so it'll be a learning experience for me.
Okay. All right. I like this. Anyway, so tonight we are going to predict Chelsea. We're going to give you their predictions, how we think they're going to finish the season, how many points we're going to have, the player of the season at Chelsea, the most goal contributions, most goals and most assists. So we're going to go through all those things with Chelsea, and then we will have another episode later this week where we break down the Premier League predictions. This year we got smart, and instead of giving y'all an hour and 15, 20-minute episode of everything, we're going to do 2 episodes, and it's going to be shorter. We're getting smarter at this. Big brains over here.
That was unplanned.
Yes. So anyway, we'll just start at the bottom. Go back up. Most assists on the season. Jason, who do you think is going to have the most assists for Chelsea Football Club this season?
I have got the one, the only, the brand new Morgan Rogers.
Oh, okay. Giving Morgan Rogers a shout out. Okay. Morgan. I will say Morgan Rogers made absolutely zero anything on my predictions. So just throwing that out there. Mine, I have a caveat to mine. I'm already starting this off on with an asterisk.
It's going down.
I predicted Cole Palmer to do it, but I do have an asterisk that says if Enzo stays, I choose him.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, okay.
That's my prediction.
I meant to ask a question, actually.
Yeah.
If there's a new person that comes in and then they somehow get that, like, are we predicting like first and second based on like the squad as it stands now?
Yeah.
This is how we're predicting. But I say if a new person comes in that wasn't in the squad when we predicted it, then maybe you give a little leeway in a 1-2 situation at that point.
Or you reserve the right to change it if a new person comes in.
Oh, okay.
On another episode of the podcast, or our transfer finale, you reserve the right to change anything if a new player comes in.
So, okay, I like that. So we're going to do a predictions update a little bit later. Okay.
Correct. Yes. Gotcha. Tune into our transfer finale episode whenever that is. And we'll do that. Yeah, we're allowed to make it. So Jason has Morgan Rogers. I have Cole Palmer / Enzo Fernandez if he stays. All right, Jason, who you got? This one is probably going to be pretty easy. We'll probably have the same person for this one, I would assume. Most goals scored this season by Chelsea player?
Yeah, I'm going Mr. João Pedro.
Yeah, João Pedro. I agree. I think that's an easy one, especially after the preseason he's had. It's just sort of, he's got, 7 goals in 5 matches, I think, in the preseason or something like that. Some ridiculous stat.
I think he's going to come into his own even more so this season.
If you had to pick a number, this doesn't count for the predictions. How many goals? I'll put it this way. Does João Pedro get 20 plus goals this season?
Oh, that's like that. What's wrapped up into that, right? Of course, is how well is Chelsea going to do this season? So this is like a little bit of a spoiler to how I think they might do and how you think that they might do in the season, and also a testament to how Xabi Alonso is going to set up a team, because we're hoping to see a more attacking Chelsea.
Right.
So 20 is really hard.
And this is just the Premier League, too.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's even worse a little bit.
Yeah.
I am looking to see what João scored last year.
That's what I was looking up, too. I was going to say how many he scored.
Okay. 15. He had 15, actually.
And that was with a really bad November, December.
And he was hurt for a little bit.
Yes. Thanks, Enzo.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say he does get 20.
I'm predicting that he gets more than 20 as well this year.
So how many?
I think I'm going 21. That's my prediction. Actually, you know what? I'm changing it to 22 because that's my daughter's favorite number. So I'm switching it to 22.
Okay. I was going to say 23. So I was hoping you would.
Okay. All right.
MJ, baby. MJ. Always the GOAT.
Right. Yeah. But I think it's very reasonable for him to score 20 plus goals this season in the Premier League and have 15. It's Chelsea fans are like, hell yeah, 15 goals from our striker. You know? So I think it's totally plausible that he gets 7-8 more goals this season easily, just based off the preseason he's had, not having played in the World Cup, being fresh this year. So not having the Club World Cup tournament like last season. Right. So he should be fresher. I think he'll have a good season.
I mean, you got a lot of people feeding him too. And
you do.
He looks good with just about everybody.
He does. And
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say another year with him and Palmer playing together is gonna go a long way and help. So I think I'm excited. I'm excited about.
There's a lot of expectation.
Very high expectations for João Pedro this year. But we'll see. I'm excited though. I'm excited for João's season. So that leads us to who will have the most goal contributions this year, Jason.
Okay. Who had the most goal contributions? I think I already know.
Enzo Fernandez.
Really? Okay.
Had the most last year. Yeah.
Okay. I am pulling a U. It's going to be weird because I'm predicting Morgan Rogers to have the most assists.
Right. Yep.
I wanted to predict Esteval for that, by the way, but I think it's going to be Morgan Rogers. And then João Pedro to have the most. I'm going to split the difference.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Cole Palmer. But if Enzo stays, then I pick Enzo.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I'm also predicting Cole Palmer for this one. And the thing with Enzo is though, neither one of us got to watch the last match because it was behind the paywall on CFC Plus, and then it crashed, and they had to refund everybody because they can't keep up with anything because it's a piece of shit platform. But when Enzo came on, he played a much deeper role than what he did with Maresca and stuff. So I just wonder if he will have as many goal contributions this year. So that's why I'm sort of sticking with Cole Palmer in that aspect.
I think you convinced me. In my gut, I'm just going to say Cole as well.
Yeah.
He's the penalty taker.
Yes.
And he's going to get his fair share of assists this year.
Right. I think so too.
So, and if your prediction comes true, he's the top assister.
Yes.
So I'm spreading the love here, I guess. That's how I'm doing these predictions. I'm going for maximum points here.
Max. Hey, sprinkle a little bit here, sprinkle a little bit there, just sprinkle it all around. Yeah.
This might be a bad strategy, but no strategy I've ever had has been good. So
that's what I'm saying.
It has to work.
Nothing. I mean, like, what have we done in the past that has given us any clarity on us being good at this? Like, no strategy. So might as well try something new and go for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Thanks for making me feel better about it.
Yeah. No strategy is a bad strategy when you're talking about us predicting things. Like anything is a good strategy.
I can't wait to do like Daniel and Jason place bets, and that's the name of the episodes.
Oh man. Season for Chelsea, Jason. Who do you have as your player of the season this year?
Spreading the love.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mykhailo Mudryk. Oh, I'm sorry.
If he stays, then maybe. But Esteval, baby.
Okay. That's a good shout. Like, and you said that earlier about Esteval with his assists, like being the leading assist. And I think a lot of that depends on whether Neto leaves or not. And with the new links, it's looking more possible. Tune in Thursday to find out where Pedro Neto might go, as if none of y'all have access to the internet that tells you everything. But
our thoughts on it, though, dumb Americans, give you thoughts on it.
Yeah, we'll tell you about his trip to the Saudi league, maybe. So, there's hope. There's hope. We're crossing our fingers on this podcast. Neto is gone.
It's funny how he was 70 million and now he's going to the Saudi league. He's now 100 million.
Right, exactly. It's like, where are these evaluations coming from Chelsea?
Crazy.
Like, who is coming up with these evaluations? Because y'all are insane. Outrageous. But because I'm most assists, most goal contributions, I'm going to go Cole Palmer this year. I think Cole Palmer sort of rebounds from his lackluster year last year. Being injured just hampered his whole season. And then not having the World Cup this summer, as much as it pained me not to see Cole Palmer playing for England, I think it was for the best. Selfishly as a Chelsea fan, it was for the best. Because now we didn't have to worry about him re-aggravating an injury, or he got to rest over the summer. Him and João Pedro got to rest. So I don't know. I think Cole Palmer sort of rebounds this year, and I still don't know if he'll score as many goals as he did under Pochettino, but I do think he gets more. He'll get double digits this year, double-digit assist, the 25, somewhere between 25, 28 goal contributions, maybe 30 goal contributions this year, which I'd be very happy with.
Yeah.
So
I agree completely. Tuchel's loss is our game this season. And yeah, it is weird because you do want these players to play in any capacity.
Right.
Because prior to the badge, we just want to see them play. And also, it's just, they probably want to. So, I mean, there is the opportunity for them to go play in a tournament, have a really good time and come back and bring that back into the squad. There's also the opportunity for them to get, to break their arm, jumping over barriers. So
yes,
there's a lot of things that could go wrong and right.
Yeah.
But just him getting a little bit of a vacation, like especially after the last couple summers, I think has been awesome. So I think it's only going to help us down the road. Exactly to your points. So I am. It's crazy. We were talking about João Pedro, Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, Esteval, Quinde.
Yeah.
Caicedo in the middle. Possibly still Enzo around. Like, this is pretty good so far. Like, this is looking like a great front for Chelsea going forward this year. I mean, it's incredible. And these players are getting better. And it's like you said, like, you're expecting Cole Palmer to return to form.
Yeah.
Because of the rest he's had. So there's there's a
lot of positives going into this year.
Getting exciting.
It is. I'm more excited about this year than I was last year. And I was pretty excited going into the season last year, and that quickly changed. But
we had a great summer, man. Like we were on such a high. Like I'm an idiot. I was looking back through our predictions. I mean, for those of you who are new here, I predicted Chelsea to win last year. And now you got Jason Cundy to win the whole thing, not just win, but like to win the championship. Like Jason Cundy is now on record as saying he thinks Chelsea will outright win the title this year.
Yep.
Like it's kind of amazing.
It is. And that's going to be an interesting debate when we do our Premier League episode on Wednesday about the top 6, because it is, we text this morning about it, just how jumbled it is, how much of a mess it is going to be. And like, I mean, like every team in the top 6 has a new coach with the exception of Arsenal. I know United, I guess, you know, if you want to look, Carrick was there for half the season last year, but still, like, it's crazy.
Dude, I was watching The Athletic go through their predictions earlier. 8 new coaches in the Premier League this season.
Yeah.
And then you have the new teams. So you have 3 newer coaches, even though Lamps is coaching the Premier League before.
Right.
But he's back now. So you have over half the teams have different coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And Arteta, like, and everybody's making a big deal about it when we were doing the merry-go-round earlier before the season even ended. But like, he's the only one that's won anything.
Yeah.
So and then
only one.
If you want to count De Zerbi as like a new man, I mean, like,
yeah, he's been there before.
Like 12 changes essentially in the Premier League this season. It's wild, but like
it is wild.
We can take advantage of that.
We can. I agree
because
with that.
I think we got one of the best hires out of all of them.
I would agree with that. So to transition, where do you feel like we land in the Premier League this year, points wise, Jason?
There's going to be points.
Yeah, points. We'll do points first, and then see if you can.
You want to go while I'm looking. I'm not smart enough to remember some of these things.
I predicted us to go 74 points this year, which would be a lot more points than we had last year. So I expect us to be a lot better this year.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think 74, I'm not going to say, we'll say where we finish, where I think we'll finish in a minute, but I do think that this is going to be a very interesting year in the Premier League. I think it is going to be, it's just going to be weird. I think this is going to be one of the weirdest seasons in the Premier League in a long time. I'll just leave it at that.
74 is so good for where I think that Chelsea's going to end up.
Yeah.
So I think I know where you're thinking a little bit. So to put it in perspective, Arsenal finished 85.
Yeah.
City in second finished 78. Man U in third finished 71.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so bad at knowing. It feels too abstract to me to know the points wise. But I'm not going to pick the same as you.
You could.
No. I'm going to go a little bit higher.
Okay. I think that's fair.
I'm going to go 70. It's going to be weird. I'm just going to go 77.
Okay.
I don't know why.
So one more win, essentially.
Yeah. I'm going to do that.
I think that's fair. I think that's about, like, realistically speaking, I feel like that's where we should finish. Now, are we going to finish on that many points? Because last year the difference was draws.
Yeah.
It wasn't the wins or the losses. It was the draws that killed us last year. So, I mean, we had several losses too, but, it was just last year sucked in so many ways after so much hope going into the season.
Yeah. We were 14 wins, 10 draws, 14 losses.
Yeah. And those losses and draws were against teams we shouldn't have lost against, a lot of them.
Yeah. It always goes that way.
It does.
But yeah, I think we can get over 20 more points this season for sure.
I agree. I think it's there because I think we left so much on the table last year, especially with the Rosenior run where we literally lost, 7 matches in a row. So that's 21 points right there.
Maybe
so it's like, I don't know. You could. Like, that's the thing is, like, I think we're both thinking we're going to finish around the same spot, probably for about the same reasons. And just so people know, Jason and me don't talk about this stuff before we get on the podcast. We just get on here and look. So
it's going to give it all away here. I'm going 81.
81.
I'm going to go one more win and a draw.
Okay. So I'm going to guess we're going to finish second in the league.
Okay. Same.
Same. Okay. Yeah. I sort of figured that when you kept going up in your points.
Yeah. No, I love that we're both thinking second, though.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, my top 6 is weird as shit. But
it's mine is too, man.
I don't see why we can't.
There's no reason.
I don't. Like, even after preseason, after all this stuff, like, we have a manager who wants to try things out.
Yep.
He thinks he has players that can do what he wants them to do.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do think they've bought some interesting players for that still have to prove themselves in the Premier League. But Cucurella is a little bit of a loss.
Yes.
Enzo would be a little bit of a loss. But I think that we've done enough to make up for them not being part. But it's like you said, if Enzo is playing deeper and he wants him to play deeper, that kind of takes away the strength that Maresca found for him.
Right.
And him just crashing the box.
And it makes him more of a liability.
Exactly.
He's not good defensively.
Exactly. So it might be fine. And then my gosh, man, our front line is going to rock teams worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Rock teams worlds this season. It's going to be awesome. There's a lot of creativity up there now. And
let's hope it works breaking down low blocks, Jason.
It's got to. I think we are due that. But I also think, and I'm not a strategist or anything, but listening to some people talk about it, like there are gonna be some ways that teams open up a little bit to try to get a little bit more done in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way things are going, because like some of the, I don't know, from what I can remember from what some people were saying, is like some of the low block stuff comes about how Pep introduced some new stuff into the league, but now people are wanting to kind of go back to basics in some ways on how to build an attack. So I think that, and that's as technical as I'll get, but I think that we definitely are doing that. You're going to always have the smaller teams that sit down in a low block. Now, it's just part of modern football, and that's just what they are good at, and that's what they do. And they're going to try to catch us on the counter. I don't know how we'll do against the counter. I think we'll be fine. I think we're going to be fine in like just about every area of the pitch. I'm not saying we're world class in every area of the pitch right now, but I think we'll be fine. And it's like you said, that might be good enough to get us out of just being a team that draws a lot. And then you get more wins than we did last time, which means less losses than we did last time. And you're talking, and the lack of European football.
That's the biggest thing.
There's no reason why we can't do what Man U did this season. There's no reason why we can't do that.
There's no reason, because like my prediction on where we'd finish would be completely different if we had Champions League or Europa League football. Maybe not Conference League, because we pretty much rotate A-B for that. So, but we don't require as much depth this year. So you're going to be able to run the same 11 out there pretty much week in and week out, disregarding the few times that you have cup matches in the weeks in between. And like once the FA Cup starts, it's a lot of times they just take a break for the FA Cup. So we don't have Champions League. We don't have European football this year. We're good there. And then you've got to stay healthy, I think. And you've got to, and the only other thing that concerns me about this team is the fact that we do lack a lot of basic fundamentals. And are we going to be able to, and like you see glimpses throughout the preseason of what it can be like with Xabi ball and the things that they can do sometimes. But then there's also been boneheaded moments where they do stupid crap like they've done in the past because they just lack basic fundamentals of controlling the football and doing stuff like that. So, like, you shore that up, you stay healthy this season, you don't have Europe, you should finish pretty high in the league. Like, it should just, like, we have the talent to do it. Like, I don't, is there some weird outside chance that we can challenge Arsenal for the league? Maybe in some alternate universe. I don't see it in this world, or this year. I think we're still a couple we're a goalkeeper away, a defender away, midfielder away. So if you lose Enzo, who do you replace Enzo with becomes a big question. If it's Alex Scott, if it's Wharton, did they make your team that much better? Maybe, possibly. I don't know. There's still a few question marks around it, but I do think because of the teams that are around us, we have a very high potential to finish high in the Premier League this year. I think it's on the table. I think it's there. It's ripe for the taking, and we've got a chance to do it.
And the big clubs have new managers that I am not fully convinced are going to do a good job. But
and
we'll save that for
they all have Europe, which is another caveat to all this. So we'll get into more of that on our Premier League episode, which will drop Wednesday. So if y'all want more insight to what we think the Premier League is going to be like, we'll dive into the coaches and the other teams in the top six, and sort of tell you where we think everybody will finish. You know where Chelsea's going to finish in our predictions. We both predict second. I have a few less points. I have my reasons behind that I will sort of get into on the Premier League predictions episode. So we'll get into that a little bit, and we'll see. We'll get into that. But I think Chelsea going to have a good year this year. I'm optimistic. I have a lot of hope. If it's going like years past, Chelsea will somehow crush all of my optimism pretty quickly, probably.
Yeah. I'm getting increasingly more optimistic, and that scares me as well.
That's a little scary. It's a little scary. The more optimistic I get is like, oh, are you sure about this?
Never a good sign for Chelsea.
Never a good sign. But I think that about wraps everything up for this episode. Anything else you want to add, Jason?
No, man. I think this is going to be one of the craziest seasons in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a jump ball in so many areas. I think including at the top, and it might not be a jump ball at the bottom, but like there are some surprises that could happen down there. It's not going to be like a Tottenham sort of situation down there, but anyway, I'm getting a little ahead. Yeah. But I just think it's a jump ball of a season. Anything can happen. And I don't feel like we've thought this way about seasons in a long time, mostly because freaking Pep Guardiola's been here for 10 damn years. So it's nice to see the dynasty of Man City end. What happens beyond this and who the next team is that builds a dynasty? Maybe it's Xabi Alonso. I don't know.
Maybe.
So I think that in of itself is like just going to be I think it's going to be fun to watch Chelsea this season, and in 4 years where it's not been. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I agree. All right. Well, tell these people where they can find us, Jason.
X, Instagram, Substack. Check us out. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see you. We'd love to talk to you. At Red White Blues FC on all the things.
That's right. And follow us on, or you listen to us wherever this is your podcast at, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, wherever this is your podcast at, you can listen to us there. And we are also on YouTube. So like, subscribe, follow, get in the comments. Tell us where you think Chelsea will finish this season, and let us know what you think of our predictions, whether they're good or they're bad. They're probably bad. We know that, though. It's okay. We've come to terms with that in life. But big week this week. Wednesday, just give y'all a schedule. Wednesday, Premier League prediction episode will drop. Thursday, we will be live from like 4:15 to 5ish. Around 4 to 5ish, somewhere around there. We'll be live talking Chelsea transfer news. So join us for that. And on Friday, big debut show, new show coming to your Red, White, and Blues channels where Jason and me make predictions for all of the Premier League matches for round 1, which starts Friday at 2 o'clock American time with Arsenal and Coventry. So that will drop Friday morning at some point. That's the plan as of now. But that is a new thing that is going to be this week. We're going to predict every Premier League match every week. We're going to have our own dedicated show to that. Be about 15 minutes. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be serious. It's going to be the stupidest shit you've ever seen in your life. So just be prepared for that. But until then, we'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
I can't wait to do stupid shit with you, Daniel, for the audience. Flippity floppity.